Hey there, it's Tom Corson-Knowles, and right now in this video I'm going to teach you about Guru.com and how to find amazing freelancers and contractors to do jobs from Guru.com. So using Guru, you can find people to do everything from ghostwriting to editing books to designing, graphic design, web development, tech support, anything you can imagine really. Virtual assistants, you can find them all on Guru.com, and it's free to use. So all you have to do, go to Guru.com, click Join Now. And then once you do, sign in to your account. And once you are logged into your Guru account, you will see your dashboard here. Now I've got several messages and alerts here on my dashboard, and that's because I've got several projects going on Guru. I live what I teach, so I have all kinds of virtual assistants and contractors and people that do lots of jobs and things for my business virtually, and it's awesome, saves me lots of time. But you'll notice that I don't hire anyone directly on Guru.com, and this is why I love Guru.com. If you look at sites like Elance or VWorker, they're wonderful sites. The problem is you have to put your money in escrow through their payment system, and then they charge you a percentage to do that. The problem with that is there's a couple things that are problems with that. So first of all, my major problem with that is that they're taking fees off the top. What that means is that it's increasing the cost of you hiring someone. So let's say it's 5% fee. Well, that's 5% more money that you're flushing down the drain just because some other site wants you to put your money in escrow and they're taking a cut. The other thing that's a problem with that is that it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot more of your time to manage people if you hire them through VWorker, through Elance. Here's why. Either you have to get an email every time there's an update, or you have to communicate with your worker through Elance or VWorker. So that means step 1, you get an email. Step 2, you open your email, and then step 3, you log in you go to their website at VWorker or Elance, and you log in. That takes more time. And then once you log in, then you go to your project page, and that's more time. And then you have to go to the messages page, and it takes more time. And so there's like 10 steps you have to do just to communicate with your worker, whether they're a ghostwriter or a VA or whatever. That's a huge, huge, huge waste of time. It's especially a waste of time on projects that are really urgent, or projects that need lots of communication between you and your contractor. That's going to take you so much extra time, and it's a huge waste of time. It's absolutely not worth it. This is why I love Guru, because Guru, they don't care about that. They'll let you communicate freely with any of the workers on the site, and so you can communicate through email, through Skype, through phone calls, which is amazing. It saves you so much time, so much money, so much effort if you just use Guru.com to find the connections, to build the relationships with your contractors, with your team members, and then bring them on your team directly. You don't have to hire people through Guru.com. You can, but you don't have to. And you can communicate with them outside of Guru.com. So if you want to use Guru's escrow system, that's wonderful. Pay people. Some workers will like that, but I just generally just pay people through PayPal, and I communicate with them directly through email, Skype, and phone calls, and that saves me a lot of time not having to go to the site all the time and log in and do things like that. So here's how you use Guru.com. Once you're all set up, just go ahead and click Start New Project. And then here you're going to put the project title. I'm going to put Looking for a Virtual Assistant. Okay, and then I wrote, I need a virtual assistant to do odd jobs for me. Everything from writing blog posts to posting on social media and social bookmarking sites. Please let me know your hourly rates, your experience, and make sure to include the word awesomeness in your reply so I know you've read this project completely. Please include your email, phone number, Skype ID, and any other pertinent information I need to make a good decision. Then you're going to make sure that the job is public. You can make your jobs private if you want. You can add specific locations, add industries, attach files, all kinds of things you can do. So here I'm going to go ahead and add location to the United States. Now, normally I wouldn't want a virtual assistant in the United States for things like posting on social bookmarking sites and doing odd internet jobs, things like that. But for certain assistants, certain jobs like checking your email or writing blog posts, things like that, you might want someone who's native to your country, maybe even someone in your city or town that you could work with. But for this job, I'm just going to go ahead and put United States just to show you how it works, and keep the job public, and then add in your desired skills here. So if you need someone who's good at writing, that's fine. If you need someone who's good at English, that's fine. If you need someone who can do graphic design as well, then add that in. But I want you to be not too, for a general job like a virtual assistant, you don't want to add too many skills. But it just depends totally on what you're working for. I mean, if you want one virtual assistant who's great at graphic design and great at writing and great at English and great at blogging and knows WordPress and knows HTML, and knows all these other things, that's awesome. And you can find people like that, but the more skills you're looking for, the smaller the pool of candidates you're going to get, and obviously you're probably going to have to pay more as well. But it just depends totally on your needs, what you need for your business, to grow your business right now. So once you put that information in, then you want to choose your budget. You can either choose an hourly or a fixed price. Now for virtual assistant, I generally pay hourly. I'm not looking to pay a certain budget per month, but I'm looking to pay a certain budget per job, per task, and paying hourly is the best way to do that for kind of odd job things that you're not really sure how much work there's going to be. Now for something like a major project, like someone's ghostwriting a book or editing a book or something like that, then I will put a fixed price budget, and I'll put a low budget on there because I want to, I don't want to tell you I've got $25,000 to spend on ghostwriting a book because I can get it done for much cheaper. But for hourly wage, just put your project duration here. What I would do for virtual assistant is I put more than 6 months or ongoing because, hey, I want a virtual assistant who's going to last for a really long time. I don't just want someone for a week or two. It's going to be work to have all the time. And then as needed or less than 10 hours a week, that's generally what I would put to start out. If you're brand new, if you've never hired a virtual assistant before, I would definitely put 10 hours a week because, depending on what you do and your business right now, you probably aren't going to have a lot more work than that right away. And the reason is you're not ready to delegate 30 plus hours of work a week right now. And the reason I say that is because from personal experience and working with clients and people and other entrepreneurs, when you first start to delegate, when you first hire an assistant, maybe you've got 1 or 2 tasks right now that okay, these are obviously tasks I have to delegate right now, and I know exactly what I want to delegate, and I'm going to give them to someone, and it usually doesn't take that long for 2 tasks. But then what you find as you start to delegate more and more and more, systemize your business more and more, you start to understand new tasks that you can delegate and new things where you used to say, well, there's no way I could ever have anyone else do that for me. And all of a sudden, a month from now, 3 months from now, you are more than happy to get that off your plate, delegate it to someone else, have them do it so you can focus on the high priority, high payoff activities that can grow your business and make you more money. So I recommend starting with less than 10 hours a week for virtual assistant. There's another reason I recommend that as well. It's not just that if you're brand new, you're probably not ready to hire someone for more than 30 hours a week. But the other thing is that you probably don't want to hire someone, and give them 30 hours of work a week if they're brand new. Start someone out small. Start them out with 1 or 2 tasks and start them small. And then if they do really good in those first tasks, then start to give them more work and more work and more work. But don't just give someone 50 tasks to start with who's brand new for working with you, because you don't know yet if you can trust them. You don't know yet if they do what they say they're going to do, if they're efficient, if they're effective. So start them small, and if they pass the test of the small tasks, then start adding more tasks and adding more tasks. But it's a big mistake a lot of people make when they start outsourcing, is to just dump everything off their plate right away, or give someone 40 hours of work a week right away before you really test that person to make sure that they're a good fit. So I'm going to put as needed, less than 10 hours a week here. And then the minimum hourly rate, I could put, say, $3 here and $4 there. $3 to $4 if you're looking for someone, in India, the Philippines. You can go $3 to $5. My virtual assistant right now works for about $3 an hour. Does an incredible job from India. Shout out to Vinay. I love him. He's absolutely amazing. I've gone through many assistants, and he is by far the best. I'm so happy with him. But in the U.S., you're not going to find people to work for that hourly wage, obviously. So in the U.S., you would want to do more. That doesn't really match for this. So for this one, I'm going to put, 5 to 15. See what you get for the U.S. And then you have a timeline for when the project closes. The standard timeline works pretty well. So it's usually about a month out. And then once you're done with that, then you just hit post your project, and your project will be live, and then you're good to go. So then you just wait a couple days, and you'll start to get emails from Guru that says, hey, you've got new quotes, you've got new bids for this project. And then once you've got the bids and everything, then you can go in there, and I'll show you right now what to do with them in the next video.